25th of November 2024. It's International Day for Combating Violence Against Women. It's 416 days since Israeli women had been sexually assaulted, had been murdered, had been taken hostage to Gaza. 13 of them are still in Gaza now. 3 of them are no longer alive. 5 of them are soldiers that had been brutally and cruelly taken out of their posts on that horrific day. 5 of them are civilians who had been just taken from their homes on October 7, 2023. And the UN, on whose steps we are standing now here in Vienna, has done almost nothing to condemn Hamas, the terrorist organization that has used sexual violence as a weapon of war. Sima Bahous, the CEO of UN Women, this day last year, on November 25th, had not mentioned the sexual violence that took place on October 7, 2023, just 1 month earlier in Israel. And since then, she had mentioned only once in a statement the hostages and the need to free the hostages. How come no speech is being opened by a cry to free all the Israeli hostages? How come they're still keeping silent? How come even after the report of the special representative of the Secretary General, Pramila Patten, who visited Israel in January and published in March a fact-finding report that clearly says that rape and gang rapes had been committed on October 7 in several locations in the Gaza envelope. And she said that they found clear and convincing evidence that sexual violence is still ongoing against those hostages in captivity. And we know that it is still ongoing now. How come Sima Bahous and all other leaders of women's organizations and international women's rights are not crying and demanding for the release of the hostages? Why are they thinking that acknowledging the crimes against humanity that Hamas committed would come at the expense of the other side whom they support? This is not a competition. Your responsibility is to promote and to protect women worldwide, all women, all human beings, everywhere in the world.
On this day, we remember October 7th, 2023, when Israeli women suffered the worst one can imagine. Girls and women of all ages were taken hostage 415 days ago, held in Gaza, separated from their family and loved ones. Some were rescued and freed, but over 101 hostages are still held. 13 women continue to endure unimaginable torture. Every day, every night, every hour, every second they are suffering. Nobody's hearing their voices. The ongoing silence by too many UN and international organizations, including UN Women, is heartbreaking. It's shameful. It cannot be repeated. In the absence of the United Nations, the responsibility falls on each and every one of us. As I speak, inside the United Nations offices, events are held to mark the Orange the World campaign, but no one is talking about these Israeli women. The women behind me shall be the voice of Neama, Daniela, Liri, Karina, Agam, Shiri, Romi, Doron, Arbel, and Emily. The UN silence is deafening and it speaks volumes. instead of denouncing the mass rape of women, the murdering of babies, burning families alive, beheading, dismembering people, UN statements largely ignore reality and continue their obsessive focus on Israel. Year in and year out, Israel alone is being singled out at the United Nations, while the heinous crimes of the Palestinian terrorist organization and of Iran and its proxies against Israelis and against the people of Gaza themselves are ignored. Nothing can excuse such atrocious action. We have to believe Israeli women. Believe Israeli women.
Es ist unglaublich wichtig, gerade in diesen Zeiten ein Zeichen zu setzen vor internationalen Gemeinschaften der UNO, die sich so schweigsam zeigt gegenüber den Massakern vom 7. Oktober 2023, gegenüber dem Leid der sexuellen Gewalt, die den Frauen angetan wurden. Die Frauenorganisationen, die Internationalen, die sich dazu ausschweigen, die herzlich wenig dazu zu sagen haben. Für die Geiseln, die nach wie vor irgendwo in dunklen Verließen und Tunnel verweilen und die internationale Gemeinschaft sich leider sehr herzlich wenig um diese kümmert. Dafür sind wir hier, um deren Stimmen hörbar zu machen.
By failing to acknowledge these horrific crimes of October 7 and by failing to do everything that you can to release the hostages now, you are failing your purpose. You are failing your mission. You are failing not only Israeli and Jewish women, you are failing women everywhere, worldwide. You are undermining the whole human rights system. And this is unforgivable. We will continue to fight. We will continue to fight for the truth and for the justice. And we will continue to do everything that we can to release the hostages now. Bring them home.
והיא שעמדה לאבותינו ולנו, שלא אחד בלבד עמד עלינו לכלותנו, עמד עלינו לכלותנו.